What was a meticulously planned 2020 school calendar was turned on its head by the COVID-19 pandemic and the resultant lockdown. The Department of Basic Education has put together a curriculum recovery plan in order to mitigate the impact of the lockdown. This plan proposes a revised school calendar and a reorganized curriculum. The reorganized curriculum is set out in revised teaching plans for each grade. It is hoped that these teaching plans will guide teachers in their daily lessons so that children are prepared for next year's schooling in terms of content, skills, knowledge, attitudes, and values. Furthermore, these teaching plans, firstly, have reduced the curriculum so that content would be more manageable. Secondly, have given teachers a planning tool to assist them in pacing and sequencing the curriculum content. And thirdly, the plans also address assessment requirements that can realistically be achieved in this year. You will find a link to the DBE's recovery plan on Siyawela's website. The recovery plan is very specific about what must be taught about number sentences in every grade. The Grade 7 plan caters for teaching of number sentences as part of the algebraic topic in the third term. Learners need to be able to write and solve number sentences. 3 hours is allocated to teaching children how to use number sentences to describe and solve problem situations. While number sentences are not included as a specific topic in the Grade 4 and 5 revised teaching plans, children will use number sentences in other contexts, for example when working with fractions. We all know what a number sentence is. It is a string of numbers, in this case 5 and 3 and 8. It contains one or more mathematical operations. Here we have addition. And in this number sentence, we have an equal sign. So all these numbers and symbols combine to tell us a mathematical fact. In this case, that 5 plus 3 equals 8. Any mathematical operations can be used in a number sentence. For example, we can have addition and subtraction sentences and multiplication and division sentences. Number sentences do not only have to be equal sentences, they can also be less than and greater than sentences. And number sentences can require solving algebraic problems as well as fraction problems. Number sentence is a term used by teachers in the United States, Britain, New Zealand, Australia and South Africa. Primary school teachers are strongly encouraged to help children become fluent in solving number sentences for several reasons, including 1. To teach children to learn how mathematical processes work and to see connections between numbers. 2. To introduce children to algebra. And 3. To teach children reasoning skills. Children need to learn the conventions for working with number sentences, conventions such as BODMAS, B-O-D-M-A-S. BODMAS is a process that children need to practice doing again and again, so that they know the order of the operations which must be followed to solve a problem. Once children have learned the conventions and how the process works, they will be able to move on to solving complex multi-step equations. Many children drop academic maths in grade 10 because they struggle with algebra. This is because learners struggle to solve the equations as needed, do not understand the relationship between quantities, and do not understand the basic symbolism used in algebra. But algebra does not need to be so hard to learn. By encouraging and guiding your children to answer number sentences accurately, you will be helping them to make the shift to doing algebra. A third important reason for teaching number sentences is that it helps to provide a foundation for mathematical reasoning skills. But simply presenting children with a lot of maths problems will not automatically make them competent and confident problem solvers. Rather, children must be taught a variety or range of problem-solving strategies, including how to solve word sums. Rucksack, or RUC, SAC is a method that teachers have used with great success over the years, as it provides children with a structured approach to solve maths problems. Each of the 6 letters in the rucksack acronym represents a step that can be followed in this approach to problem solving. When using the rucksack method, children will learn to always begin by reading the question carefully and to estimate a reasonable answer. Children then make sure that they identify different phrases and operations and to underline them using different colors. As a third step, children learn to choose the best method of calculating the answer. Once the method has been chosen, children must then solve the problem. The 5th important step that children learn is how to position and lay out their answer to show their thinking clearly and sequentially. And then finally, using the rucksack method, children learn to check their work by comparing their answer to their estimate and by using the inverse calculation. Perhaps the most central goal of teaching number sentences is to help learners to understand the maths they need to do. And to do that, teachers need to make number sentences a regular part of their classroom practice. In this section of the workshop, we focused on reasons why number sentences should be part of the maths curriculum and strategies to teach children how to solve number sentences. Your willingness to ensure that our children can continue their education is much appreciated. Let us remember the words of John Holmes. There is no better exercise for the heart than reaching down and helping our children up. On the next screen, we have provided links to videos on these topics that you might find useful. We have also provided downloadable worksheets that you may copy and use in your classrooms. We wish you success as you undertake the teaching of number sentences.